Hi, I'm Miss Kristen of the Oosterhout Free Library, and it's almost Earth Day, a day where people can do something to take care of our planet Earth. Now, behind me, you'll see a tree, and I think trees are pretty cool. They're also very important to us and our planet. Do you have a favorite tree? Well, maybe you don't think much about trees. Well, since they're all around us. But the next time you're outside, take a look around at all of the different kinds of trees that can be found. Some trees are really, really tall, and other trees are really, really small. Some trees have flowers, and some have fruit, and others have beautiful leaves. Maybe you can find your favorite tree in your own backyard. Well, today I have a story to share with you about a young girl and her favorite tree. And the book is called Under My Tree. And I also have a cool, easy way for you to help the planet by planting a tree. And you don't even have to dig a hole. Nope. All you have to do is color a beautiful picture or snap a picture of a tree. And I'll tell you all about it. But first, we'll start with our story, Under My Tree. Let's get started.
Under My Tree, written by Muriel Talander and illustrated by Mizuho Fujisawa, and published by Blue Dot Press. There once was a tree different from all the rest, and it may seem that all trees are alike, tall enough to touch the clouds, strong and sturdy with large trunks, all dressed in green leaves. And that's how most trees are, but the one I want to tell you about is different. I want to tell you about my tree. My name is Suzanne, and I spend many vacations with Grandma and Grandpa. Their house is far away from the noisy, crowded city where I live. My favorite part of visiting my grandparents is being with my tree. The first time I went walking in the forest near their house, I was afraid I might get lost, like Hansel and Gretel, or meet a wolf like Little Red Riding Hood. Well, that's what happens in fairy tale forests. How about you? Can you think of a fairy tale that takes place in a forest? I met my big, beautiful tree one day on a walk through the forest with Grandma. It started raining. So we looked for shelter. I knew right away that I would be safe under this particular tree. Then I heard strange noises coming from above. Don't be afraid, Grandma said. It's only an owl with her babies. Look, they're up there. I had never seen a nest before. Baby birds are so cute. I want to sit with them under this tree. Can we have lunch here, Grandma? Every day I returned to visit my tree. On the first day, I ran my fingers over the bark and scratched to see what would happen. I hoped it wouldn't hurt the tree. And then I hugged her. And that's the first secret I learned. You have to touch a tree if you really want to talk to it. Try this. Run your fingers over the trunk of a tree. Does it feel rough and scratchy, or is it soft and smooth? Bark is a kind of skin that protects the tree. The second visit, I decided to climb my tree. I had to get to know her. I found out that she is very complicated. As I climbed up, each branch split again and again like a labyrinth. When I reached up the top, I got my reward, a spectacular view stretching beyond the forest edge. It was wonderful. On my third visit, I could tell something was different. My tree had grown fruit. Wow, they smelled delicious. On the fourth visit, the wind picked up and the leaves fluttered all around. What a symphony! My tree sang with her leaves and used the wind as her lungs. The other trees sang back. I could listen to her chorus for hours. I tried to join in by whistling through my fist. Try this. Whistle like the wind in the trees. Make a loose fist, blow softly into it, and then blow a little harder to try to change the sound. The 5th time I visited my tree, the wind was quiet. The sun kissed the treetops and spread its rays on the forest floor. I noticed a colony of insects marching one by one. They were so busy. When I bent down for a closer look, I saw hundreds of insects working around me. The forest is so full of life. Did you know insects and other small creatures are right at home in the forest? They're very important because they help keep the soil and plants healthy. On the 6th visit, I brought Max. I wanted to introduce him to my new friend. Max, this is my tree. Tree, this is Max. Max likes animals, cakes, and adventures, just like me, and also forts. There are plenty of branches in the forest, and the green mossy floor makes a nice rug. Branch by branch, we built the most beautiful fort. Max, isn't it wonderful to sit together in our fort under my tree? I asked. Thanks to my tree, I could tell that summer was ending. Her leaves started to drop off, the air cooled, and the sunset came earlier. After summer comes fall, when the rest of her leaves will turn yellow and cover the ground. I won't see my tree much in winter, but I know that she will rest peacefully. My favorite season is spring, when I will come back and see her wake up and bud along with the rest of the plants in the forest. Did you know that trees hibernate during the winter, kind of like a sleeping bear? When a tree's buds bloom, they become leaves and flowers. At the end of summer vacation, Mom came. I couldn't wait to introduce her to my tree. Come on, let's go to the forest. Your tree is beautiful, Suzanne. It's so nice here, she said, sitting on the thick moss. And the two of us were happy under my tree. When it was time to go, I hugged my tree one last time. I have to leave you, tree, so I can go back to school. But I promise I'll be back soon. For now, I'll take a little piece of you home with me. It's one of your leaves. I'll glue it into my notebook to remember our friendship. And so I said goodbye to my tree. I squeezed her tightly and rested my head against her trunk. Thank you, friend, for making me so happy. Even though I can only visit her on vacations, I love my tree all year long. And I know she loves me too. The end.
The girl in the story found her favorite tree in the forest near Grandma's house. You might find your favorite tree on your next walk, trip to the park, maybe your own backyard, or even on your next trip to the library. We have some nice trees too. But wherever you find yours, see what you notice about your tree. Does it have flowers or fruit? Lots of green leaves? Maybe its leaves haven't begun to bud yet. Feel the bark of the tree. Is it rough? Is it smooth? Find out whatever makes your tree special, because trees are very important to us and we have to take care of them. We could use a lot of things that come from trees. Can you think of one thing that comes from trees that we use? Do you know what it is? I'm gonna knock on it right now. It's wood. Go on a quick wood hunt around your house. Look around and see what you find that's made from wood. Maybe there's furniture like a table or a chair, toys that you like to play with. Maybe even your whole house was made out of wood. You might be surprised to know that one of my favorite things comes from a tree. What is one of my favorite things? Ah, it's a book. Yep, books are come from trees because paper is what makes up a book, and paper is created from wood pulp, which is a tree. So thanks to trees, we have really cool stories like this one to read. And we can color and all different kinds of cool things. So look around your house and see what things you could find in your house that come from trees. Trees are also totally renewable, which means that we can use them like for books and to make our houses and our furniture, and we can replace them. How can we replace them? By planting a new tree. And that's where you can help. And like I said, you can plant a tree and you don't even have to dig a hole. You're probably wondering, how could I do that? Well, it's a really cool promotion that Blue Dot Press, the publishers of this cool book, have going on right now where they will plant a tree for each child that either sends them a photo of this cool coloring page that you can print out in color. So you snap them a photo and then you email it to hello@bluedotkidspress.com by April 26th. And I will put all that in the description box below. And then they will plant a tree on your behalf. Isn't that cool? Now there's another way that you can get them to plant a tree for you. And that is by being a citizen scientist and sending them a picture that you take with your phone to them, to the same email address. And I'll put that in the description box below. And what they are encouraging you to do is to take a picture of a tree because scientists cannot be everywhere and they want to know what kind of trees grow in your area. So if you take a picture of a tree and you use a free app called TreeSnap, and you can find it in your iOS or Google Play store, and it helps scientists to know what trees are growing in your neighborhood. But all you have to do to get a tree planted through Blue Dot Press is to take a picture of the tree, send that picture to the email address hello@bluedotkidspress.com. And again, I'll put this in the description box below. And they will plant a tree on your behalf, but you have to get it in before April 26th. So I think that's a really cool way to help replenish the trees that we all rely on every day. Well, I hope you find your own special favorite tree. I hope you had fun, and we'll see you next time. Bye.